Welcome back. Global mining company BHP reporting strong half-year results, achieving 30% copper production growth in the last 4 years. The company took in nearly $28 billion in revenue with an underlying EBITDA of $15.5 billion. Supported by growth in gold, silver, copper, and uranium. The miner also announced a $4.3 billion silver streaming deal with Wheaton Precious Metals, pushing BHP closer to a goal of $10 billion in asset sales to help fund copper expansion, which now accounts for the largest share of earnings. Joining me now, the man behind it all, the CEO of BHP, is with us, Mike Henry. Mike, great to have you. Welcome.
Good morning, Maria. Great to be here.
And you reported today. You are coming to us from Australia. We appreciate that. Tell us what drove the quarter.
Well, so it was a half-year results for us, and what a strong set of results. We had record production in iron ore, record production in copper, and in fact, we've lifted our copper guidance for the period ahead, both 2026 and 2027, and this is off the back of an already strong result of 30% growth over the past 4 years, as you noted, and we have strong copper growth ahead of us as well. So in a world in which many others are downgrading their copper guidance, we've managed to upgrade ours at just the right time because it's been a strong market for copper, and it's this combination of growth and high prices that has underpinned the great financial results for the half. 51%, as you said, is the majority of our earnings now coming from copper, alongside a very strong iron ore business. And that production result, the financial results, combined with the sharp approach we're adopting around capital allocation, has allowed us to declare a dividend of 73 US cents per share for the half, which is above market expectations.
Yeah, this is all very, very exciting. And of course, the story of copper fits into what the United States is doing in terms of stockpiling critical minerals. Where specifically is copper used, and where is the demand coming from, Mike?
So this is part of the great story of copper. Copper demand is ubiquitous. It's used in all walks of life. So for the basic functioning of the economy, let alone economic growth, the energy transition, the AI revolution, all of these need copper. And so copper demand is expected to grow by 70% over the next 20 or 25 years. And yet copper deposits are becoming harder to find, harder to develop. And we here at BHP are already the world's largest copper producer. We have the world's largest resources of copper. And we've got 4 big growth options ahead of us on top of the 30% growth that we've seen over the past 4 years. So we're pretty pleased with where we're positioned in a commodity where demand is just so resilient and where the outlook for further demand is so strong.
What about the demand coming from China? Obviously an important customer there. What are you seeing in terms of the Chinese economy and the demand coming out of China?
So the Chinese economy remains robust. Of course, there's challenges, but there's other sectors of the economy that are performing quite strong. So they achieved their objective of 5% growth in the year past. And some of the segments of the Chinese economy that are performing most strong are actually quite metals and minerals intensive. So demand for our commodities has remained strong. And of course, on top of that, we're seeing strong future demand for copper in economies right around the world because of things like the AI revolution. We're expecting 7% of copper demand by 2050 to be coming from AI. So that's a pretty exciting story as well.
It sure is, all at a time that the United States is in competition with China in terms of winning the AI race, and that has a lot to do with these critical minerals. We spoke with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on this program last week, and he talked about the president's Project Vault, where he is trying hard to amass a very big project of critical minerals. Here's the Treasury Secretary with me. Watch. There's also a big move in rare earth and critical minerals as the president comes up with this stockpile to compete against China. Is that part of it? What do you think's behind the gold move?
Well, the gold move, things have gotten a little unruly in China. They're having to tighten margin requirements. So the gold looks to me kind of like a classical speculative blow-off. But what I will tell you, we had at the State Department, there was a rare earth ministerial, countries all around the world. This is what U.S. leadership looks like. The U.S. is leading in solving this rare earth problem. Countries are not sovereign. You are not sovereign if one country can control your supply chains, and we are making our supply chains resilient.
Mike, your reaction?
So the secretary is reflecting the strong support that we've seen in the current administration for critical minerals supply chain security and for the development of new mines and processing facilities in the U.S. And we have an exciting opportunity ahead of us there in that regard. But you're seeing the same recognition of the importance of metals like copper in many nations around the world. And we've seen supportive government policy in places, not only in the U.S. where it's very strong, but also in places like Canada, Argentina, countries racing to attract more investment to get these mining projects up in their country, both to support the economy, but also to ensure supply chain security in a critical mineral.
Mike, a lot of questions out there about how you scale this business up even further. Is there a large acquisition on the horizon? Tell me about this silver streaming deal and how that's advancing the growth pipeline, and whether or not the growth in the coming years comes through further deals.
Well, so if all we do over the next 10 years is run the base business better and better year in, year out, and we can see the value that's being unlocked through that already, and develop these big growth options that we have in copper, alongside that we've got a pipeline of growth options in potash, that is already a great news story for shareholders. And we outlined some of the specifics of that in our results presentation today. So BHP is very fortunate, and we've been quite deliberate in crafting a strategy that isn't dependent upon M&A for growth. But of course, for the right opportunity, and those opportunities are few and far between, where we can see value to be created for BHP shareholders, we've got the ability to pursue it, but there's no burning need for BHP to pursue M&A. Now, on the silver streaming deal that you mentioned, that's about us being really sharp in how we think about capital allocation, freeing up capital where we can generate value for shareholders, and then redeploying that into higher returning growth options across the portfolio.
And you've backed this next wave of mining operations with the selection of 10 new early-stage exploration and tech companies as part of this Explore initiative, aiming to integrate geological data and emerging technology. So is that sort of what the decision will rest on, where specifically the mining opportunities are across the world?
So that's one of the things that can drive breakthrough opportunities in commodities like copper for us. And the initiative that you're referring to is us borrowing a concept out of biotech. So the incubator programs in biotech, moving that into mining. So it's a first in sector approach. We've been doing it for a few years. A couple of U.S. companies selected for funding and support this year as well. Yeah. But these are really the leading edge thinkers and technology companies that will help us discover, develop, and process the next critical minerals deposits.
Very exciting, Mike. I know you're about to speak to investors later today. What's your main message there?
So the main message is that this is a business that's performing really well. We're doing exactly what we said we would do, including on the reshaping of the BHP portfolio and the unlocking of a lot of future growth. And so this combination of a very stable business, very stable cash flows, high margins, combined with the growth options that we now have in the portfolio, that's what creates long-term shareholder value. And you can see the fruits of that effort in today's results and this above consensus dividend that we've declared.
All right. It's a great story, and congrats on the first half. Mike, good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
All right, Mike Henry is the CEO of BHP, and we'll be right back.